Hi there, Natalie with you today with a new process video for Pinkfresh Studio. And this time I want to show you something that I do every day, and is document on my traveler's notebook. This is my way of documenting my everyday. And today I'm going to use the office hours collection to just show you how versatile it is. So if you're gonna see right now, that's a picture of my desk or my table when I work. It's kind of messy, so I enlarged it to fit the entire size of the page, which is 5 inches by 8.25. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it the focus of the layout, and to match the other side I'm gonna use actually the packaging. So I'm cutting around 5 inches by 8.25, which is the entire size of the page. And then I'm going to take advantage of the tabs of the prioritized paper just to cut them and make it look like folders behind my layout. So you're going to see that I'm just cutting the edge of the paper, and then once I have it to the size of the page, I'm actually going to take I'm going to carefully take out the tab part, and then actually I'm going to use my X-Acto knife just to cut around each one of the little tabs without taking them completely apart from the paper. I just want to make sure that they're free so I can lift them. I don't want to cut the paper completely, because if I cut it, then I'm going to have little pieces that I don't want to piece together. So all I'm going to do is just carefully cut around the curvature of the tab, and then just fold it up a little bit just to give the impression that it's separate folders. And once I have that ready, you're going to see how fast it's going to come together, this layout. And that's one of the advantages of having the large picture. So like I said, I'm just gonna be carefully create the tabs, make sure that they lift it, and then once I glue it on the paper, I realized that my packaging that I cut, this is actually from the alpha letter, from the puffy alphas, it's too wide. So I'm just gonna shorten the paper a little bit to fit the tabs, and then the piece that I have left over from the packaging, I'm actually gonna glue it to the back of the tabs, so that when the tabs are lifted, you don't see an empty space, but you see the grid paper. And just little details, especially because I do it every day, and I know that myself, I'm the one who's gonna pull out the paper like that to see what's underneath the tab. So I'm just gonna be keep it safe, and also because eventually I am gonna use the other side of the paper, and I want to make sure that I have a clean canvas. So that's pretty much what I have for my little it's gonna be kind of my title page. I took it off camera and just added my lines of journal with my typewriter, and then I really like this big piece of ephemera that says work, and I'm gonna actually add a little bit of foam adhesive, and that's gonna be my title. And you're gonna see that I'm gonna put it right above the lines of journal that I typed, and I'm gonna add one of those little epoxy circles that comes in the embellishment set. And one of the ideas of adding that, you're gonna see that I'm gonna bring pops of red and also circles throughout the entire layout. I'm gonna create my visual triangle using circles, pops of red, and just keep repetition and to have your eye go through the entire page. So all I'm going to do is just add a few embellishments. I'm going to add I'm going to say a cluster right at the bottom of the picture. Just talks about a creative mess and office hours, and I love the fact there's a circle, there's blue, so it's going to take some of the color there on the tabs and bring it all together. And once I have everything in place, I'm actually going to bring a stamp set from, I think it is the Case of the Blast. I have all the stamps, so I'm just gonna add some black ink and just stamp it at the bottom of my journal lines, and that it's all gonna take for this layout. And love how this turned out, but I'm gonna continue. Actually, I was on a roll, so I kept working. Now this picture that you're gonna see, this is my daughter. She took summer school, so she would keep studying through the entire summer. And so I'm gonna take advantage of the cut apart elements that come in the collection to create a layout, just a pocket page. So my first idea is I converted the pictures to black and white because she were in different colors, so it's easier for me just to give it a rest and kind of make it very neutral. And I'm really gonna create a grid. So you're gonna see that I'm just setting everything in place, and I really love my first idea was I'm gonna use the little clipboard to add my lines of journal. And then I found another clipboard in the ephemera pack that says "For the Record," and I thought that was the perfect place to add my title. So what I'm going to do is one of the 3x4 cards that I had cut, I'm going to flip it because I really like that peachy polka dot side on the other side, and I'm going to add my lines of journal there. Then I found an ephemera piece that said don't be busy, be productive, and I thought it was that's gonna be perfect title. So I'm gonna use that on top of, I'm just layering pieces, ephemera, and then I'm gonna add a little thumbnail. This is from the chipboard, and that's gonna be my title card. Then I have the two pictures, and then to create my Lancer journal, I consider about writing it on the little clipboard, like I said, but I thought it was gonna be really busy because the pictures are really dark. So my choice is just gonna cut a piece of paper from the grid paper, from the collection, the one that comes with all the circles. I'm gonna cut a 3x4 card, take it up to my typewriter, add my Lancer journal, and then I'm gonna create a little cluster right on the top left corner of that. And again, I'm gonna use repetitive shapes, so I'm gonna repeat the color. There's gonna be some yellow, a little bit of blue, and just a small title. That's when the puffy stickers come in really handy, especially when you're doing pocket pages. Is a really easy and fast way to decorate and to bring titles. You're gonna see that once I have my little journal card, I'm just gonna add it to my little grid, in this case because it is a grid, and then I'm gonna add my title card, and then I'm just gonna add a few embellishments onto the pictures themselves. For one of them, for the one on the left bottom corner, I'm just gonna add one that says "Getting It Done." Is one of the fun on the puffy sticker, sorry, and I'm just gonna add it at the bottom of the picture, and then just add a little enamel dot, and I'm just gonna put it in the pocket. I kind of struggled with the one at the top. I had a few ideas, but then I found this little isn't the fabric stickers that it said dream work, and I thought it was perfect for that, so I'm gonna put it right in the center of the picture. And then that's a little clipboard, one of the puffy stickers, and that is all gonna take. Now I have the B side of this grid to deal with. So my choice is, I had all the leftover pieces from a month ago. I created a project all about coffee, and that's something that is very every day in my house, in my table, happens at least 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna use the negative pieces, in this case the die cut pieces, because the previous project that I created, actually I used the negative piece. I'm gonna use actually the die cuts this time. And what I did is I cut one of the papers. This is the one that has the beautiful tile look, and I'm gonna actually I cut it to 5 by 8.25 inches, which is the size of my traveler's notebook. And then I'm just gonna create the word coffee using the die cuts from the Adore Alpha that I already had created. Like I said, I'm just gonna glue it right on the center, and then I'm gonna use the blue puffy alphas, the mini alphas that come in the office hour collection, just to write the word break at the bottom. So it's gonna read coffee break. And then you're gonna see that once I have that, I'm gonna bring a few more embellishments. I'm gonna bring one of the little cups from the puffy stickers, because I thought, you know, coffee, you need to add a cup, so I'm gonna bring that. I'm also gonna bring one of the elements, the cut apart elements, has a cup and a little I'm gonna say a little banner that had a cup that says coffee break. So I'm actually gonna fussy cut that part, and my idea was, at the beginning I thought I was gonna use it at the bottom of the title, but I thought it was too big, it was taking too much of the space. So I'm gonna actually use it on the little clipboard that I had that I have on my little pocket page, and that is where I'm going to add my Lancer journal. So you're going to see that all I'm going to do is just kind of jot down how many cups of coffee I had on the day and at the times. Once I have that, I'm just going to add the little the fussy cut cup that I had added, but instead of adding that big banner, I'm actually gonna go for the puffy sticker, just because it's gonna be a little bit thinner. I don't want it to be so chunky, take away from everything that I'm writing. I'm gonna add an enamel dot, especially blue, because I'm gonna the paper that I'm using has little tones of blue at the bottom, and I think I need something that is contrast and also complements all that that peach kind of brownish tone. Now the only thing that I couldn't find was a heart, so I went into my stash and pulled a heart from the Everyday Musings collection, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna use it actually to create a small cluster at the top left corner of the picture. That's where the coffee cup is. I'm gonna add it there. Now this is what the part where my camera the battery died, because I had filmed the entire day, and all I did is I used a little bit of espresso watercolor, the liquid one, and a coffee cup, a plastic cup, just to create the little rims of the coffee around the word break, and then just added some splatters, and that's about it. Now you're gonna see all the close-ups of everything that I created. It was super simple. It was kind of fast to put it together. Unfortunately, like I said, I had filmed the entire day, so I couldn't film. A little piece left of the last 5 minutes, I think, of the process. But I hope you try it, and I hope you are inspired to use the office hours to document your everyday moments, especially if you do it in a small format like a traveler's notebook. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.